Well, from Nigeria, let's head to Europe and give you an analysis of what's happening regarding COVID-19, vaccination, easing of a lockdown, and so much more with Dr. Essien Okorebi, a general practice specialty registrar. He joins us from Birmingham. It's great to have you on the program. Well, the health minister earlier today announced that 28% increase in the Indian variant of the virus was recorded in the space of just 2 days. 2,300 on Monday, about 3,000 already. Do you think that's sufficient to maybe retract those easings that were recently announced?
Thank you very much, Kayode, for having me on the show. It is true that currently the Indian variant of the coronavirus in UK is increasing daily. And like you rightly said, we've seen a 28% increase. And there are concerns that the final stage of the lockdown, which is set to take place on the 21st of June, there are doubts that we would go ahead with that final stage of the lockdown. However, if you look at the facts about the Indian variant, scientists have discovered that it is not more transmissible compared to the dominant variant in the UK. It is also does not cause more severe illnesses compared to the Kent variant that we have in the UK. And among our over 60s, we have a very low number of the Indian variants. This is because nearly 90% of them have been vaccinated. And this shows that the vaccine is working and is effective against the Indian variant. So I think that with these things in place, the government might just go ahead to ease the lockdown completely come June the 21st.
I mean, for a lot of people, they want that to, of course, happen because they've been making plans. We'll get to that in a moment. But there are concerns about the clarity in government's messaging on whether people can go on holiday or not. Some have called it confusing or contradictory. Now, if you could just break this down, what do those new rules say specifically about traveling?
Right. I mean, the rules concerning traveling within the UK is quite clear. However, traveling abroad is not all that straightforward. So in the UK, you can travel between the devolved governments and there are no restrictions with that. But traveling abroad becomes a little bit more complicated. So the different countries have been sorted out using the traffic light system from countries who are tagged as green countries. So countries like Australia and Portugal, UK residents can travel to these countries without any restrictions and without having to quarantine. However, for the amber listed countries, which comprises many countries in Europe with holiday destinations, and Nigeria included, if you have to visit those countries, you then have to self-isolate or quarantine on your return in your home for 10 days, and as well as take the COVID test on day 2, as well as day 8 of your return. And then for countries that have been marked as red countries, so these are countries with a higher risk of COVID-19 and countries with new variants of COVID-19 like India, the government's advice is, as much as possible, do not travel to these countries except in most extreme circumstances. Now the problem is, who determines the most extreme circumstances? Because an extreme circumstance to one person might not be the extreme circumstance to another person. So Absolutely. It becomes a little confusing as to who can travel to the red listed countries and who cannot.
I think I understand now where that confusion comes in. And some Nigerians have called for the country, I'm speaking Nigeria now, to be moved from the amber list to the green list. But maybe that's a conversation at the governmental level. But let's talk about the people there preparing for holidays. How are they approaching and planning for the holidays? Do you think maybe with cautious optimism, maybe one leg in and one leg out, or they're going all out for it?
I mean, to be fair, the past 1 year has been quite challenging and a difficult year for everyone. So it's pleasing to know that you're able to travel now. And I think majority of persons in UK would be approaching this easing of lockdown and oncoming holidays with some caution. A study showed that 4 in 5 persons in the UK would be spending their summer holiday within the UK. So that shows some level of caution, and I think that's the mindset of many people here in the UK, not to travel to other countries for holiday, but rather to pick a destination in the UK to spend the summer holiday. So I think they are approaching it with some level of caution. We're still in the middle of a pandemic, and
right.
It's important be safe as well as protect other people.
Well, Dr. Essien Okorobi, a great place to live in. It's been a pleasure speaking with you on this. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Kayode.